You have studied in Ukraine, Europe, North America. What is the difference in the pedagogy in each culture?
My perspective on education comes from studying at university in Ukraine and Switzerland, as well as teaching children in a Ukrainian Canadian school in Canada, mostly kids who were born and raised there. This allowed me to see how pedagogy differs not only at the university level, but also in how children perceive learning from an early age. In Ukraine, education is definitely more theoretical and discipline-based, both in school and university. Students focus heavily on foundational knowledge of using older textbooks and materials. So you learn many basic concepts that are important academically, but not always directly applied to real life or work. The practical part of education usually takes the smallest portion of the curriculum. Most real practical skills are gained after graduation once you start working. At the same time, Ukrainian education is very disciplined. Students are used to the deadlines, responsibility, and pressure. Even if professors doesn't constantly follow up, students understand that assignment must be completed on time. There is also little flexibility. Everyone studies the same set of subjects regardless of future career plans. In Switzerland, I noticed a strong shift towards modern, practical, and real-world oriented studying. I studied journalism and social communication in both Ukraine and Switzerland, and the difference was very clear. In Ukraine, I mainly learned the theoretical foundations of journalism, how it works in theory and historically. In Switzerland, the focus was on how journalism works today. Real case studies, modern media examples, and practical applications. Professors showed us how to act in real professional situations and how theory is applied in daily work. Education felt more connected to the labor market and current realities. In Canada, based on my teaching experience and observing students, the education system is more relaxed and choice-based. Here, responsibility is fully on the student. If you don't do an assignment, no one chases you. It's your decision and your consequence. Studying is a mix of theory and practice, but what really stands out is the emphasis on internships and hands-on experience. Canadian colleges and universities often include long internship periods, sometimes up to 4 months, where students learn how the job works from the inside. In comparison, Ukraine internships are usually short, lasting only a few weeks. Another important difference is freedom of choice. In Canada, even in high school, students can choose subjects related to their future profession. For example, a student interested in journalism can focus more on literature and languages instead of studying physics or chemistry intensively. In Ukraine, education is more standardized. All students go through the same mix of subjects for 11 years, regardless of career goals. Lifestyle also affects education. In Ukraine, the system is fast-paced. You finish school, go straight to the university, and then to work. Taking a gap year is often seen negatively. In Europe and Canada, gap years are normal and respected. Young people are encouraged to explore, reflect, and decide what they truly want to study. While I personally feel comfortable in a faster, more structured system, I believe that mentally and emotionally, the European and Canadian approach is healthier, as it allows young people time to understand themselves instead of rushing into decisions. Overall, Ukraine emphasized discipline and strong theoretical foundations, Switzerland emphasized modern practical application, and Canada goes for choice, responsibility, and real-world experience.